part of the cycle are you in? She will give you hints. You will know very easily if you're asking the questions and really paying attention to what does she want right now? Where is her energy level? What is she trying to do or trying not to do? You can see pretty quickly how you can best support her.
Hmm. And I would say a basic what not to do would be to say, you're just feeling that way because you're in this phase kind of
Yes.
thing, because that's going to feel like, why are you telling me what I'm feeling and why I'm feeling it kind of thing.
Yes.
So rather to just be open and curious if your partner or if the women in your life are open to sharing about this and wanting that, which hopefully they are, because if you listen to any of the other episodes, you understand why it's so important and how it's so powerful in our lives and how much it can create as within ourselves for love and success and everything. So not just for ourselves, but for everyone in our life in the world, if we're
Yeah.
able to pay attention to these things and understand how they shift.
Yes, and I'll also say, just speaking to the general masculine and feminine, it is a lot easier for women to share when they feel safe with the
Mm-hmm.
masculine. So just like I was mentioning earlier, so if she really feels safe with you and she really believes that you're coming from a good place of wanting to understand, having that curiosity, she's much more likely to open up. And I also want to say that it still can be hard because it's confusing for us. Like there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of different things going on in our bodies throughout our cycle. And just as we mentioned in, I think it was the second show that we talked about the different phases, when we have that dip coming off ovulation and going from summer into fall, that can sometimes be jolting. And so, having that compassion and, like I said, just coming from a place of curiosity and wanting to understand, or at least realizing that it doesn't always make sense to us either.
That's such a great point. We're really learning as we go, so we're doing the best we can and understanding that to have. I know for me in my personal relationship, I've just felt totally accepted and all these things, and that has made me feel safe to share openly and to ask for the support I need or ask for any accommodations that I might need. Say, for example, if I'm in those lower energy, more feminine parts where I don't have as much physical energy, to say if we are on a trip, for example, that I might not be able to go out and do all the activities.
Mm,
Could we do more relaxing things? I feel safe to ask for that. First of all, I have the awareness to know that that's why, so that's helpful. But also,
yes.
I feel okay. I'm with a partner who is totally accepting of that.
I love that. And I can't even imagine not having a partner that's like that because as I get to know myself, and this too, for any of the women out there listening who don't at least have a general understanding of your cycle, it is so incredibly valuable. And again, the word powerful to know this is because just as Angie mentioned, she knows at specific times during her cycle, she is going to have less energy and maybe want to lay on the beach versus going kayaking or whatever.
Mhm.
so, so because she knows that, she is able to give herself that space or that understanding to ask her partner for it. And he then is accommodating as well.
Yeah, and we really wanted to have this episode available for men because maybe you're in a relationship where you feel helpless in that way. You don't know how to help your partner in what she's going through. And so hopefully this information can help you to open up a conversation or invite her into a conversation and see if she's open to that.
Most definitely. And I would say, check out that book, Code Red, that small part in the back, whether you buy the book or it might be available on Kindle. There's probably other stuff out there, but it's okay for you to learn about it as well because it will absolutely elevate your understanding, which then will cultivate a better experience with the women in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be able to see the different capabilities and powers that women have throughout the month, I think is really could be really cool for men too, to understand just what potential is there if we're able to optimize on it and able to stay aware and pay attention.
What would you say are, even if you had to just pinpoint one or two bullet points or powers, as you say, for it doesn't have to be all four parts of it, but even the two basic halves that we're talking about, more masculine during the spring and summer portion versus more feminine during the fall and winter.
Yeah, so if we're looking at pre-ovulation, ovulation, which is that spring summer, the powers would be in higher energy and in communication,
Hmm.
and I would say in trying new things.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then in that more feminine, softer phases, the fall, winter, which is premenstruation and menstruation, there's a lot of creativity, creative powers, a lot of editing powers. So, being able to see what's no longer needed or what's not working, and also a lot of clarity available, especially in that menstruation phase.
Yeah, that's so good. You said editing. I immediately flashed to like book editing, but in the
Mm-hmm.
same sense, it's very similar, right? Because we get to edit and figure out what's important. What do we need right now? It's a time where many of us ladies like to clear out things. So even if it's
Mm-hmm.
organizing the house or figuring out what we want to donate or throw away to make room for the new things to come in during that masculine part of our cycle, much like Angie was saying, where we are more outgoing and we want to try new things. And that's a great time to throw a dinner party and have friends over or, go out or whatever it may be. So, again, it doesn't have to be super hard. It can be just, ask some questions, get curious, have an openness to want to understand. Even just a couple of things can make a big, big difference.
Mm-hmm. Especially as you get to know your partner and her unique cycle. And I will say just some really simple things like during those lower energy times, anything that gets taken off my plate feels amazing. So if we don't have to
Yes.
cook because we end up getting food out or we end up having, cooked a batch something bigger the week before, simple things like that are massive during those times.
Ooh, that's a really good point. And I would imagine you're pretty eager to thank your partner as well for anything that
Oh my gosh,
uh,
yes.
they can help you with, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which ultimately means, gentlemen, it's going to be a win, win, win all around. Trust me.
Yes. And I mean, if you're liking what we're sharing here, I would definitely encourage you to listen to the episode parts 1 through 3 if you haven't, even though those are technically more for the women. But we share valuable things for both men and women in those episodes, in those
Def
parts.
Definitely. Thank you for that little plug. I couldn't agree more. Go check it out. You can learn a little bit if you don't mind listening to us go on about it, because it can be extremely helpful. And I'll say it one last time, probably powerful. So, with that, let everybody know listening how they can get a hold of you, beautiful Angie, and you have a special offer. So, if you wouldn't mind sharing that with us as well.
Yes, absolutely. So if you'd like to chat with me and connect, or if you'd like to learn more, head on over to my website. It's angieilg.com, ANGIEILG.com. And you can sign up for my newsletter for a free gift, and you can reach out there, or you can email me at angie@angieilg.com. And I have a special offer for this tribe and community. For the first 3 qualified applicants, I want to share with you a 60 to 90-minute breakthrough relief session where this time will be just for you in support of your dreams and goals and your any obstacles that are coming up within that, so that we can create both breakthrough and relief for you in that time. And I'm truly excited to offer that to you. So if it's sparking anything within you, definitely reach out to find out if you're a qualified applicant.
I love that. And maybe to any of the men out there listening, that's something you want to, share with that special
Oh,
lady in your
definitely.
life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because Angie, as long as I have known her, she has always been my go-to for truly what a powerful, feminine, beautiful creature can be. And I guess I did use that word powerful one last time.
I
So
love it.
check her out,
Thank you.
everyone.
And I love working with men as well. I have several male clients. So if you're
Yes.
interested, definitely reach out.
Yeah, good point. I'm glad that you brought that up. And if you are interested in learning about me, you can always head over to jillianbeth.love. I have 5 simple steps on how to leverage your feminine superpowers out on my website and other ways to connect with me. So go check that out if you're interested in it. And as always, just thank you for hanging out with us, hopefully during this whole 4-part series. Like Angie said, if you missed any of it, go back, check out the previous ones. I would love for you to just hear it all, get some understanding, get some clarity, and just see how amazing this can be. So, thank you all. And my desire, as always, is for each and every one of you to be living your soul's purpose. Thank you, Angie, for hanging out with us for all 4 of these episodes.
Yes, thank you too.